What happens when love turns into betrayal? When admiration becomes disgust? When two souls, once united by art and vision, split apart so violently that their story echoes through history? That was the tragedy and the brilliance of Friedrich, Nietzsche, and Richard Wagner. Nietzsche once saw Wagner as more than a man. He saw him as a prophet, a genius, the embodiment of a new cultural awakening. Wagner's music shook Nietzsche's spirit to its core. It was more than sound, it was destiny. Together, they dreamed of a rebirth of culture, a revolution that would save Europe from mediocrity and herd thinking. Nietzsche, young and full of fire, believed Wagner was the leader who could awaken the soul of the modern world. But then the cracks began to show. Behind the music, Nietzsche saw not liberation, but chains. He saw Wagner slipping into the very sickness he claimed to cure Christian piety, dressed in new robes. Nationalism disguised as art, and the poison of prejudice. Nietzsche, who had placed Wagner on a pedestal, watched in horror as his idol revealed his shadow. The break was not just personal, it was cosmic. Nietzsche felt betrayed not only by a man, but by an idea. The man he had trusted to lead culture forward was now pulling it back into darkness. And Nietzsche, torn between love and truth, made a choice that few have the courage to make. He chose truth. This betrayal gave birth to some of Nietzsche's most powerful ideas. His rejection of Wagner was not just about art, it was about life itself. He came to see that no savior, no genius, no idol could ever carry humanity forward. Every time we place our hope in another person to save us, we are already lost. For Nietzsche, the fall of Wagner was the rise of the Bermenschta, call for every individual to become their own creator, their own Redeemer. And yet, there is something haunting about the way Nietzsche wrote about Wagner, even after the break. You can feel the love beneath the anger, the grief beneath the critique. Because the truth is, Nietzsche did love him not as an equal, but as a dream. And when that dream shattered, Nietzsche learned the hardest lesson of all, that greatness is not found in following others, but in daring to walk alone. The story of Nietzsche and Wagner is more than history, it is a mirror. How many times have we placed our faith in someone only to discover they are human after all? How many times have we mistaken a voice outside us for the voice within? Nietzsche reminds us that idols will always fall, and when they do, we must not collapse with them. We must stand stronger, freer, and more awake. So perhaps the real tragedy is not that Nietzsche lost Wagner, but that he found himself, and in that loss, in that heartbreak, he gave us a truth that will outlive every song, every opera, every false savior, that the only way forward is through the courage to become who we truly are.